Hey, it's Korinn. 365 days of open heart living. Today is day 124, off center. Today has just been, the last couple of days have just been one of those days where I just feel off. Stuff happens in life and it causes us to shift off center. When we are centered, we feel firm in ourselves, we have confidence, we have direction, we have stability, we have calm, we have reserve to draw upon when things get a little bit heated or dicey. We can maneuver them and we can rebound. But sometimes when we get kicked off center, it takes just a little bit more effort and intention to come back to feeling centered and steady and calm within yourself and sure and confident. When we are off centered, then life can kind of unravel and we can feel like the things that are weighing upon us are a little bit more intense because we're not in alignment with ourselves. We're not in alignment with what we felt like was keeping us steady. And what I mean by that is that the day-to-day normalness, something shifted and life tilted and the norm has gotten shaken up, causing us to feel off center from what has been the center. But that doesn't necessarily mean that your center that you have been functioning in is the best place for you. This is interesting. As I'm talking, it is just coming up kind of organically in a different direction than I thought I was initially going to be talking about feeling off center. So what is starting to feel like something to be aware of in feeling off center is that there can be purpose in it. Sometimes feeling off centered can be exactly where you need to be to recalibrate and refocus and touch in upon yourself, what you want for yourself, how you're handling your life, the relationships that you have within them, how they're impacting you and swaying you, or the difficulty, the challenge in your life that you are handling that is causing you to feel off center. That might actually be helping to tip the scale to bring you into a state of a new center, for greater clarity, for greater ease of living, for a greater sense of self, and an inner strength that feels more solid. Because in the day-to-day, we have our patterns, we're human beings, we live in those patterns, and they're comfortable, right? We get comfortable in the way that things are. We have certain interactions that's just, we accept it. That's just how it is. And then we live over top of it. And sometimes those things are things that need to be looked at a little closer and shifted because they're not necessarily the best thing for us to be centered on. You know what I'm saying? If there's something in your life right now causing you to feel off-centered, look at it as an opportunity that you are now able and feeling unbalanced and like you need to feel around for what is going to help you to gain stability, what actions to take to help yourself, and reflect on that as being something to help yourself. In feeling off-centered, there is an uncomfortableness that comes in that we try to figure out how to rectify, how to either shift back into feeling the comfortable norm, or to look at why we're feeling uncomfortable and to take the opportunity to look a little bit deeper into what was comfortable if that wasn't working for you. If you've been tipped off center, do you need to go back to what you were centered on? Or is feeling off centered the opportunity to grow beyond and to feel a different place to grow towards and creating a new center for yourself? Life is interesting, and there are a lot of things affecting us, and a lot of sometimes complacency in the things that are normal. But when we get uncomfortable and feeling off center, do we grow in it? Or do we shut down and revert to being quiet and inactive, allowing the complacency to take over and missing the opportunity to be centered in how you truly want to be centered? It takes effort, intention, awareness, honesty, self-honesty. Sometimes self-honesty is very difficult. It's hard to look at how you are playing a part in the situation at hand. But when you can see how you're playing a part in it, that's the entry point into shifting and changing how it is. Feeling centered within yourself becomes the tuning fork to cause the external world to come into alignment with how you are living, how you are conducting yourself. And feeling off center is the perfect time to feel into if there's something inside that needs to shift so that your external world can come into alignment with it. I had a really interesting thing shared with me, and it was from a mom who has been struggling with her daughter, and she did some energy therapy, and it opened up her throat center. Throat is communication. And as it opened up her throat center, that very day, she was able to have a conversation with her daughter that was open and honest and mature. She shared that there was no fighting or cross words. There was no heightened emotion. They were able to sit for 2 hours and talk. And I thought that was fascinating because in her throat being opened, it created an energy field of openness for her to better be able to express herself. And then it created an energy field that was conducive to, in training, as we call it in energy therapy, the throat center of her daughter, so that her openness inspired the openness of her daughter. And her stance and feeling off-centered in their relationship became the opportunity to then open up and talk and discuss how they could work towards creating a new center for themselves in their relationship and their family. And it fascinated me because it can be that simple of just opening up an energy center, opening up the flow of communication, opening up self-awareness, opening up self-honesty, opening up the willingness to have a hard conversation. And in that openness, that's where the spiral starts to get bigger. The spiral of the current state of things. Maybe it's spiraling kind of tight and closed down, and in opening up the spinning, swirling energy of opening up an energy center and communicating, that opened up the space for communication and openness to flow between the two of them. And the mother's open throat then allowed the daughter to also be energetically mirroring that openness and come into a space of more mature, sound, reasonable communication than what had been previously been able to happen. So being off center, again, can be an opportunity to create a new center for yourself. I think, what kind of meditation should we do? I don't know. Being off-centered, yeah. Let's just go with the flow of that example, and we're gonna do like a combination, a little bit of energy work, opening up the throat, and a combination of just feeling the energy center of the throat. We have done this before. We typically do the inner breath, inner smile, but this will be the first time of really feeling an energy center, feeling at an energy center. Probably more instruction is needed, but we're just gonna give it a try, see what the experience brings for you. And the thing about feeling off-centered is when you find your voice, you find your center. When you find how you feel about something, you find your center. When you become more expressively and openly aware of how you are about the situation, the relationship, the predicament, the pending issue, then there's openness. Just shift your center into a space that is more attuned with how you want to be, so that your energy shifts and brings an openness into the energy that then is created around you and is brought into the situation, so that that center that you want to create for yourself can be mirrored and come into alignment in the things outside of you that you can't specifically control. But energy is energy, and our energy impacts our world that we live in. So yeah, I'm going to teach you something first. So to open up your energy center energetically with your hand, your throat. Throat is about communication. Throat is about expression. Throat is also creative. One of the creative centers of the energy, the light body, the energy center body. And when our throat is closed down, we tend to not say what we want to. We tend to censor ourselves. We tend to feel less clarity in speaking our truth and in knowing what needs to be said can be said. It gets clunky. And when the throat is open, it supports communication of yourself, communication to other people. And that openness also gives back to your sense of yourself, because you are in connection with your voice. And your voice is the part of you that speaks reality into the world. Your voice is the thing that makes you vulnerable, because when you share an expression through your voice, you are open. But it is also the thing that makes you stronger, because when you share an expression of your voice, you can be firm in what you mean and how you say it, and how it then can make an impact on your relationships, your life, your world. So your throat center is right here. It's at the base of your throat, and just kind of feel your throat right now, and just feel if it feels open, closed, tight, restricted, airy, space, that there's space there, that it feels light, heavy, dense, that it feels neutral. Feel your throat at the base. Not your throat in your body. Your energy center is located outside your body. Like outside your body. The center. So just a little bit out from the base of your throat. Just feel out in front of you. Yeah, and it's okay too to feel what your physical throat feels like, because that is a dimension of the throat energy center. So just feel. And I'm feeling off center. It's probably not going to feel perfect, and that's okay. And working with this energy center and opening it, there's room for improvement. So I want you to take your hand and just spin around that base of your throat, just out from your body. That is your throat energy center. Spin it. Clockwise. Spin it clockwise. And then kind of grab at the energy and pull it out. And then flick it away. Spin, grab, pull, flick it away. So that each time you spin, grab, and pull, and flick away, you're working in your energy field. You can pull, throw, pull, throw, pull, throw until, just as long as you need to. Follow what you feel inspired to do. So that there just clears some energy. And now, close your eyes and feel at the base of your throat, just out from your body. Notice what you notice, and just feel. An open awareness. It's like when you feel your heart and you sit in the feeling sense of feeling that heart center. Only today we're feeling in the throat center. So sit in that space of the throat center with your open awareness and just feel. And just being present in that energy center with open awareness, that encourages the center to open. And I want you to affirm for yourself, it is safe for me to be honest with myself. It is safe for me to use my voice. It is safe for me to center within myself. It is safe for me because my voice can be heard. My voice should be heard. It is safe for me because my voice is strong. My voice is strong in speaking my truth. And I am brought back to being at center in a positive space when my voice is open. And now just feel at your throat center again. In that space just out from your body at the base of your neck. as you feel it, it opens, inspiring your throat to be more open. And talking, expressing, and finding the strength in your voice again to be heard, bringing you back to the center that is going to move you forward instead of keeping you stuck. That center is your words from your mouth in the tone of your voice, ringing out around you. In a gentle, clear way that just feels like your truth. Go ahead and open your eyes. Find your center. Find your voice. As you strengthen your voice and connect to your heart, you live your heart.